Hi, as promised, this is the part two on what is really going on in the nail industry by Doug Schoon. So, in about a month ago, I have come up with not I have come up, but I wanted to share with you the part one of Doug Schoon on what is really going on in the nail industry. So now this is a part two. So if you have missed the part one, you can just go back and listen to the part one so that you can continue with this part two. Okay, so part two will not be as long as part one, so I hope it's gonna be a pretty short one. Okay, so part two, Don Shun has mentioned that about nail professional is doing something that is out of their work scope, meaning to say that nail professional was asked to diagnose a nail infection condition, a medical condition which they shouldn't have to, or they, and in actual fact they should not do that. So a lot of salon asked their nail technician to do such as a value added service, but in actual fact it's not a correct way. So he mentioned that some nail technician was being taught to look at the nail plate color and conclude what is the infection condition. For my opinion, it's good to know like what kind of nail colors could mean certain medical condition, but not to diagnose into a real medical condition, not to conclude that this is actually that condition of that color nail plate. So he mentioned that even a medical doctor will need to get some sampling from the infection, the virus, to go for sampling, laboratory sampling, in order to find out what is really going on. So if a doctor has, even a medical certified doctor has no 100% confirmation that they are able to diagnose that this is that virus, then nail technician is even more worse, right? Because we have not been going through any the real medical certification when we go through any of the nail courses. Okay, so he urged nail technician, manicurist, or nail professional, whatever you call yourself, anyone in the nail industry doing manicure services, don't conclude any infection and don't even tell customers how to solve it. So this is really out of the manicurist scope. And don't even give customers any anti-infection oil, and go and tell the customers that this is the one for you and this will cure whatever infections you have. In by doing so, in actual fact, you are harming your customers' nail, meaning to say that you are actually delaying your customers from seeking correct diagnostic and proper treatment by the doctor. So in short, nail technician, nail professional, manicurist, whoever that provide services in nail industry, we do not diagnose or prescribe any treatment or perform any unsafe medical procedure to help your customers. When you see such a condition, when you see a different color of nail plate and you suspect that something is not right, stop there and tell your customers that he or she might need to go for a certified doctor diagnostic to find out what exactly is wrong so that he can or she can have a proper treatment, to from an infection nail to a healthy nail, and she can always come back to you again, to beautify their nails and to take care of their nails. Okay. And he mentioned about unsafe, manicurists should not perform any unsafe medical procedure. So he further explained what is unsafe medical procedure. So unsafe medical procedure is to means that some manicurists actually apply artificial coating to finger or to a toenail that are missing, or part of the nail plate. So sometimes some of the customers might have cheap nail plate and it goes really cheap all the way, exposing the nail bed. And this artificial nail coating should be kept off the skin, and none are actually safe to replace the missing plate. So in actual fact, what we usually learn is, if a customer's sometimes nail chip off, some of the nails are chipped off and it goes right into a very near to the cuticle area, or maybe half of the nail plate is gone. You shouldn't we shouldn't help customers to fill up the missing plate by putting artificial coating like acrylic extension or gel extension, because this artificial extension has some chemicals in it, right? So all our nail stuff have some, or rather have some chemicals which might be harmful to the nail bed. And that is the reason why we have nail plate to cover the nail bed. Right? Because we need to protect the nail bed. Nail bed, it's all the growing skins there, all the active cell. So in actual fact, we shouldn't use any artificial coating to help customers to replace any missing nail plate or toenail. Okay, and the correct way of doing the replacement of the missing nail plate is called a prosthetic nail. It's a surgical attachment, so it's called prosthetic nail. Okay, and these are performed by the medical doctor. So you as a nail technician, if a customer has such issue, it's either you ask the customers to wait till the nail plate fully grown to cover the nail bed, else try not to perform any artificial coating on the nail bed, because it's a very sensitive tissue and it might cause some skin reaction. Okay, and the next portion he's mentioned that nail technicians or manicurists or nail professionals should learn more about the real facts about the product usage and what are the safe way for the different products application. And many manufacturers do not really do their part in teaching nail technician or manicurists the safe way of using their products. And some don't even, take the time to do a very quality check with their products. So Doug Schoon actually gives some examples, like incorrect use of UV nail lamp, which increase the chance of surface breakdown. Meaning to say that, if you have a gel and you put into, you cure through this UV nail lamp, and it might not last long. So this is called surface breakdown, and could even lead to skin reactions or damages of the customer's nail. So in short, no generic nail lamp can cure all UV gels. So rightfully, what he's trying to say that rightfully, when you use a certain brand of gel, you use the certain brand of the UV gel lamp or the LED gel lamp. So it's not right to actually mix everything. You use all different kind of brand and only use one gel lamp, which might not be able to cure your gel efficiently. And he quoted another examples on monomer. So he mentioned that there is no such thing that there's called a generic alkylic powder that you can use for all kinds of all brands of the monomer, because monomer has certain common chemical, but the common chemical with it has a different kind of chemical as well. So and some of the manufacturer will tell you that powder is just powder and you can use with any of the monomer, which is not true. So alkylic and monomer is in a set. So if you buy the certain brand of acrylic, then you jolly well use that brand of monomer, which has the best perfect work. Okay, so he mentioned that stick with the major brand and avoid mixing and playing around with different products, because he mentioned that if something goes wrong, it's not because of the manufacturer, it's because of you. Because as a nail technician, we have to know that different products have different types of manufacturing materials, chemicals, and we are not the expert to go and gauge whether this brand can mix with this brand. Even the manufacturer can't tell you this. Then who are we, to come up with our own method to mix this, just because maybe this alkylate powder is cheaper, and then we already had this monomer, so we thought that why don't we save some money and use a cheaper alkylate with a different kind of monomer, and then we mix it together. So if something is not right, like probably when you do your customer's extension and it falls off, or your 3D it falls off, it's not because of the product, it's not because of the product sucks, but because you are the one who make your own judgment, and if things is not working, then you are the one who are to blame. Okay. Then he goes on to mention that a lot of all these should be taught in nail courses, but most of the instructors are not focusing on keeping themselves up with safe and correct information, and they teach based on their misinformed opinion, or just teaching based on their own bad habits. Meaning to say that some instructors are also very quite focused on just nail art, but they don't really continue to studies different type of problems that servicing in the nail industry, and to keep learning what kind of new problems are facing up. And that is the reason why he has come up with this video series to tell the nail technicians to keep up to date of the different kind of concerns around the worldwide. And another problems that he sees quite often is the problem with the techniques of over filing. So a lot mentioned that 180 can also file on the natural nail, but in actual fact 180 is quite a harsh texture file. So it's 180 is meant for acrylic artificial nail, but it's not for natural nail. So a lot of manufacturer or a lot of instructors are being told that 180 is safe for natural nail, but in actual fact it's not. With a very hard texture and with your strength, it will cause overfouling of the nails, as well as electric file. A lot of people don't go through a very proper training to use the electric file, and they just buy it from anywhere they can get, and they just use it and trial and error until they get the hang of it, which sometimes if you are if you don't know how to control the use of the electric file, then you have a tendency to overfile your customer's nail. Okay, and next he went on to talk about salon. He mentioned that salon should has a very good ventilation system, and a disposable glove, and not just disposable glove, but disposable correct quality of the gloves. Okay. The last part he mentioned that all these concern that he mentioned is really very harmful to the nail industry. So not only the nail technician has to play a part in helping, but the manufacturing of the products will also need to play a part as well, to ensure that their whatever products that they manufacture, they should have a good quality check. They should educate whoever, the nail technicians or whoever that bought the products, to go through a certain kind of trainings before they use it in the correct way. Okay, and lastly, he mentioned that we really need to work hand in hand to help the nail industry to grow, and to grow in a healthy way for our customers as well. So this is all that I can summarize. So I hope that with this, let's help each other to put in our part as a manicurist, a nail professional, a nail technician, to uphold our knowledge, the correct way of using the products, our nail technology knowledge, our nail care, and making sure that we project a very good knowledge to our customers in terms of helping them to take care of their nails, not just focusing on nail art. Nail art alone doesn't really help anyone. Okay, nail art is just nail art. It's just to beautify your nail. But in ultimately, we as a manicurist, we has the right to help customers to take care of their nail first before we talk about beautifying their nails. And of course, in order to do that, we need to make sure that we are always up to date with our products knowledge, our nail care, and not basing on our own judgment to do a certain things, but follow strictly on the manufacturer instructions, and as well as don't use you don't mix your products around to use on your customers. It's just not right. Okay, so this is the end, and we have already go through the part 1 and part 2, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, you can drop in the comments and let me know, or you can visit the Facebook group, which is 7 Minutes Manicurist. 7, the number 7, and then minutes, MINS Manicurist. Okay, so I'll see you soon. Take care.